In this video, we will talk about in-camera transitions. What are in-camera transitions? You probably might have seen some on video where somebody takes his hand and covers the lens, and then when he opens up his lens, it's either in a different scene or you have somewhere else. So that is an example of in-camera transitions. Basically, it is a transition that is not done in software, but it is just done on the camera, either moving the camera in a specific way or using something to kind of block the camera lens so that you get a transition effect. So if you're new to my channel, my name is James and I help you to leverage tech so that you can create greater impact in your life. The great thing about in-camera transitions is that it is actually software independent, so it doesn't matter what video editor that you use, whether it is a Filmora, HitFilm, Premiere Pro, or even if you're just editing on your mobile phone alone, in-camera transitions is something that is very easily created without using software. Now, having said that, it does take some practice to ensure that your transition works seamlessly and makes it look realistic. So what are the few in-camera transitions that's available? So number one, a blocking transition, I would call it. So basically I just take a card or a book or something, or even your hand, and you can actually create a block like this. Okay, so that becomes something like a blocking transition. The other transition is something that you can use by pointing up to the sky and then pointing out down again, right? And this effect is actually quite popular as well. And besides just pointing up, you can also point down and point up again. So there's another kind of in-camera transitions that you can create. Recently, I tried a different transition, which is something what I call a camera shake transition. You will never thought that shaking a camera can be created as a transition, but it is a very interesting effect as well, and it's actually not hard to do. However, the thing is, I found out that you really kind of need to shake the camera quite a bit, and quite hard to make this transition look realistic. Now, another transition that is quite popular is what I call a roll, where you just roll your camera. However, you need to turn your camera either clockwise or counterclockwise. Now, the key to this transition is to ensure that when you turn the camera for the first part of the video, you have to turn it clockwise, and when it comes to the second part, you continue to turn it clockwise as well. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, this sort of transition needs a little bit of practice to make it perfect, and it just gives you an excuse to play with the camera a little bit more. Personally, I find that using a mobile phone is much better to create some of these effects, mainly because rolling a camera around or swiping things around is much easier on a smaller camera. However, if it is possible with a large camera, a DSLR as well, so it is not an issue. Now, another transition that I like is called what I call a spin, but you're doing a horizontal spin where you rotate yourself and your camera in a certain way so that your background changes. And then for the second part of the video, you do the same as well, so that it becomes what I call a horizontal spin. I hope that this video has given you more ideas as you create your videos, so that it's not all the time just about software, but it's actually something that you can do your camera as well, how you use it in a different manner. Now, let me know if you have ever used such in-camera transition, and if you have, what is your favorite? If you want to find out more about using video and video editing, check out my playlist here and even the links in this description. And until the next time, this is James.